What happens if you lose your case of asylum in immigration court? Well, the judge will make a final decision. Often he'll do it in the final hearing by explaining it, but it's also many times the judge will need time to actually write out their decision. In that case, the decision will come in the mail, and when it's denied, the judge or the court gives you 30 days to turn in your notice of appeal. Really important that you file that notification of appeal. You don't have to have the whole entire essay of the appeal written in those 30 days, but you do need to file it with the filing fee. And then what happens is the Board of Immigration Appeals, it typically takes them 1 to 3 years to mail you or your attorney the transcript of everything that was said in the immigration court hearing. Then what's going to happen is your attorney is going to read that transcript and find legal errors and factual errors and write a whole essay as to why the judge was wrong in their decision. Send in that appeal to the Board of Immigration Appeals. And if you win that appeal, then the case will actually shoot back down to the court for the judge, and you'll have another hearing for the judge to fix whatever error occurred. Or in the contrary, if the Board of Immigration Appeals dismisses your case, that means that you lose your appeal. So what happens next? Well, you'll get that decision in the mail, and then usually a few months later, you'll get a letter from ICE, what's called a call-in letter, where you'll need to go down and meet with a deportation officer where you'll have to turn in your passport. If there's any uncertainty that the officer thinks that you might not actually leave, they do have the right to put a tether on your ankle to make sure that you comply with leaving the country. And then you'll make arrangements with the ICE officer to leave outside of the country. You do have the right to file a stay of removal application with a Democratic president like Joe Biden. Often these applications are very successful if there's humanitarian concerns, for example, medical conditions or extreme hardship to U.S. citizen relatives. However, with a president like Trump, these applications are almost always denied, and they make the decision on stay of removals very quickly, usually within a few weeks or a month. And then if you lose that, or even if you don't file that, you would then need to leave outside the country. And the immigration punishment is 10 years before you're legally able to come back to the USA if you have an order of deportation or an order of removal.